Now, hi everyone. Today we are looking at vectors. Now, as you can see over here, okay, this vectors question may seem complicated, all right, but actually it is not, okay? So what we want to do is we want to break it up slowly, bit by bit, can? First thing first, you have to read whatever that is over here, correct now? All right, they say OP is 2P. Can you all see OP is 2P? Was it already given in the diagram? Yes, right? And then the next thing they say is OR is 3R. Was that already given in the diagram? Yes. And then we also have RQ. Where's RQ? Can you see that line over there? It's 3 of OP. What is the meaning of 3 of OP? If RQ is 3 of OP, if RQ is 3 of OP, what we can say is we can substitute OP with 2P. Am I making sense? To find my value of RQ, which is 3. Since OP is 2P, we are just simply doing 3 times 2P. Am I making sense or not making sense? All right, and that will really get you to an answer of 6P. True or no? And where is 6P? 6P is the one over here. Am I making sense or not making sense? All right, 6P is the one over where? 6P is the one over here. True or not? And that is very important. Another thing that I want you all to understand, right, is that you need to make sure you show the direction. RQ, right? It's not QR, right? R to Q. Where do you think R to Q will be? It will be this part. Am I making sense? So if I go from R to Q, I have to say that it is what we say 6P. Am I making sense or not making sense? Okay, so that's the first part that we want to do. Okay, understand or don't understand? Okay. So now you know that it's 6P, right? Let's ask ourselves, are there any other things that I can find? No, right? So I want to go to the question. The question says to express what? PQ. Where's PQ? PQ is this one over here, right? And P to Q, so it's this part. Agree or disagree? In terms of P and R. Okay, so you see, in order for you to find PQ, right, you have to ask yourself, which one am I going to use? You get what I'm trying to say? All right, what I will do is I will connect O to Q. I will use triangle to help me to find. Can you all see it? Okay, I will use triangle to help me to find. That is what we call OQ. Am I making sense or not making sense? All right, can you see the triangle that I've drawn out? Can you see two triangle? OPQ is one triangle, right? The second triangle I have is ORQ. Am I making sense? And I can actually find OQ. I want you all to understand my vision, right? My vision is I want to get to OQ, then from OQ, I get to PQ. Am I making sense? Am I making sense? One more time, huh? I want to get to OQ first. Can get to OQ? Easy, right? Can I get to OQ? Let's focus on OQ first, shall we? Okay, so right now, I'm done with this step number 1. Now I'm going to move on to the second part. All right, let me just maybe break it up first. I break this up into half, and I will say, how do I find OQ? Okay, all right. Now, anyone wants to tell me how to find OQ? Anyone wants to tell me how to find OQ? OR? Very good. OR plus RQ gets me to OQ. You are absolutely correct. So that is your second step. Am I making sense or not making sense? You have to go bit by bit. All right. So in this situation, to find OQ, I need to do OR plus RQ. Am I making sense? All right. So in this situation, I know what's OR, right? What's OR? Is it in the same direction? Yes. So that gives me 3R. Am I making sense? RQ basically gets me what? 6P. Am I making sense or not making sense? Can you understand or don't understand? Okay, so in this situation, can you combine them together? Cannot, right? So that's the reason why your OQ, all right, which is this direction over here, has to be, like I said over here, 3R plus 6P. Okay, so that is your next step. Now, I have my OP, I have my OQ. Now I can find what is the question asking us to find? PQ, correct or not? So what is PQ made up of? PQ is made up of, again, as you can see over here, OQ. Can you see OQ? All right, minus away what? OP. Am I making sense? All right, PQ, OQ minus away OP. Am I making sense or not making sense? All right, OQ minus away OP. Agree or disagree? Okay, OQ minus away OP, right? So what's my OQ? OQ over here is how much? 3R plus 6P. Agree or disagree? Minus away OP. What's my OP? OP is 2P. Okay, so that is basically how you would do a question like that. Okay, and then from here itself, what happens is that you want to make sure the same family sit together. So 3R, it's on its own. 6P minus 2P, that becomes positive 4P. All right, so therefore, this is your answer for this question. Okay, so what I want to do is for PQ, right? I just want to note down that PQ is actually equal to 4P plus 3R. Okay, so that is the thing that I want to do. Right? I always want to make sure that my unknown now becomes known. Okay, now becomes known. Okay, so the next thing I want to do, right, is to solve B. All right, A is done already. Let's solve B. Okay, B says, given that QS is 3 over 2R minus 4P. Where is that? QS is this one, right? QS, a Q to S. So we are going to make sure that it is pointing towards that side. Understand or don't understand? And this one itself, this line over here, it's basically what we say 3 over 2R minus 4P. Is this something that you can understand? All right, that is 3 over 2R minus away 4P. Now, my question to you is how to do RS. How to find RS? So RS can be, how do I find RS? RS is RS, right? R to S, right? Okay, R to S, you play around with the alphabets, right? Can it be RQ with QS? Can, right? Does it work? RQ plus QS. Am I making sense or not making sense? Right? Because this two is repeated, right? So what I can do is I can remove that, and then what am I left with? I'm left with RS. Am I making sense or not making sense? So what's my RQ? My RQ is in the correct direction. Can somebody tell me? Very good, 6P, very good. And then can somebody also tell me what is QS? Isn't that given in the question? Do you agree or disagree? Isn't that given in the question? All right, agree or disagree? Okay, so this is what you will get, true? And then P and P, very good, so P, right? And then after that, 3 over 2. Am I making sense or not making sense? All right, so that's basically how you would find RS, and that is for B I. Okay, so that's how you would do a question like in the parallel. Okay, now so the next thing I would want to do is I would want to note this down. All right, I want to note this down. RS is actually equals to 2P plus 3 over 2R. 2P plus 3 over 2R. Am I making sense or not making sense? Okay, that is my RS. Why is it 2P plus 3 over 2R? Because I already found it just now, in case you haven't realized. For II, they want us to show that RS is parallel to PQ. This is a very important part. I say that again, RS is parallel. The moment you talk about parallel, they do not have the same measurement, okay? But they are headed towards the same direction. So one is longer, one is shorter. Okay, what is causing the one line to be longer? Something called scalar. Am I making sense or not making sense? So we are just going to find the scalar factor. Very easy one, right now. Okay, let's list it down first. Okay, so how do you show? So we say that RS, okay, ready? All right, they say that RS is equals to what first? Okay. Can we see RS? RS equals to 2P plus 3 over 2R. Am I making sense or not making sense? All right, so RS equals to this, right? What are we trying to compare it to? We are trying to compare it to PQ. Agree or disagree? So PQ is what? PQ is what? According to the question, PQ is 4P plus 3R. Am I making sense or not making sense? So you see from here, you see what is causing PQ to be 4P plus 3R? What is causing that? All right, it's because, yeah, right? So you're able to see, right? How do I get from this to this? Am I making sense? How do I get from here to here? Agree or disagree? All right, so you realize that RS is the shorter one, right? So we want to put a scalar over there to what? Scalar to my 4P plus 3R. You understand what I'm saying? All right, so to show that, we just have to say RS is actually equals to 2P plus 3 over 2R. Okay, and this is actually equals to, now we are going to put in 4P plus 3R. Am I making sense? All right, what is this? This has to be 1. It has to be half. Do you agree or disagree? Agree or disagree? All right, so RS is half of PQ. Basically, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Can you understand or don't understand? All right, so from here itself, okay, this is what you will get. Okay, once you're done, can you understand so far? Okay, so you want to have your arrows. Now, then, of course, since you know this is what? You all know this is PQ, right? So all you want to do is say that RS
So that means half
is actually equals to half of PQ. Am I making sense? Because you want to show, right, that it is parallel, right? Agree or disagree? Okay, so half of PQ. Am I making sense or not making sense? In fact, you don't even need the bracket. You just put PQ and then you put that. Can you understand what I'm saying or not? All right, so then once you have this, you want to make sure you show it to them, correct? Now, do you just put shown? Try not to do that. You just say since RS is equals to half of PQ, answer back to the question. The question says what? What did the question say? The question says what? Show that RS is parallel, right? Since, all right, then RS is parallel to PQ, right? Okay, all right. Can you understand? Okay, so that's how you would do a question like this. So from here itself, the question asks us to find the area of QSR. Let's note down QSR first. QSR is this part, and this part. Can you all see it? All right, one more time. Let me just outline QSR. I want you to do the same thing, Ken. All right, so this is QSR, true? What is the height of QSR? We all know that the base is this part, correct or not? What is the height? The height is if I were to jot it out. Okay, I have to extend it. All right, I have to dot it out. What do I mean by that? I have to dot it out until here. Bring this all the way down to here. Am I making sense? Can you see that? All right, so this part is my height. Am I making sense? When it comes to a slanted triangle, you want to always make sure you jot it out first. Am I making sense? Or dot it out first. Am I making sense?
Yes.
Okay, so that is my triangle. True or not true? Can I understand? Now, then the next thing that I'm going to find is the next one, which is what? QPR. Where exactly is QPR? Are you able to find QPR? QPR is basically this one, right? Q to P. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see QPR? Can you see it? Eh? Do you realize that this is a right angle triangle? Where is the height? This is the height. True?
Yeah.
That means to say QPR and QRS or QSR, they are not equal, but they share the same height. The only difference about them is the
base.
And their base is
Oh, the
parallel.
because the base is a discontinuous triangle.
It's a what?
It's like,
This is their base.
yeah.
True? This is the base. Agree or disagree?
Mm.
So what does that mean to you? If the height is common, so one thing I want you to say is that triangle QSR, just for your own knowledge, okay, and triangle QPR, right? Share the same what? Share the same height. Very good. Understand or don't understand? All right. In fact, we call that a common height. Am I making sense or not making sense? True? True or not?
True.
Okay. And I don't know if you recall, we know what's PQ, right? We know what's PQ, right? What's PQ?
4P.
What is the vector for PQ? Sorry, how much? 4P plus 3R. Very good. What is the vector for RS? 2P plus 3 over 2R, right?
Yeah.
So you see, if everything else is the same, let me just help you with this, okay? You are going to write this down. Area of triangle QSR over triangle QPR is actually equals to half times, what is my base? Can somebody tell me what is my base? My base for QSR, okay, QSR has a base of 2P plus 3 over 2R. Am I making sense or not making sense? Can you understand or don't understand? Times my height. What is the height?
4P.
We don't know actually. We don't know, right? The height, we don't know, right? But we know it's common, right?
Wait,
Okay,
so we can find it from VR.
So what are we gonna do if it's common? Half times. In fact, don't need to write the vectors. Okay, just wanted to let you know that is the base that I'm looking at. Am I making sense? You can just put times RS, can? Then this one you just do half times PQ times H. Am I making sense or not making sense? Okay, half times PQ times H. Okay, so all of these things you have to make sure you note them down first. Am I making sense? And the first part, as you can see over here, we said specifically that we said this sentence, right? What do they have?
Okay.
If they have the same height, what do we want to do? You just want to cancel it. Am I making sense? Because they have the same one. What does it mean to be the same? Same measurement, right? If it's the same, isn't it true that you can cancel? Half and half, you can also cancel,
yeah.
ma? So what are you left with?
RS.
You're now left with RS and PQ. What is their difference for RS and PQ? It's just half. Right? That means RS is shorter than PQ. True or not? I mean, look at it. RS is shorter than PQ, right? By how much? By half. Am I making sense? By 2 times, basically. You get what I'm trying to say now? All right, by half, right? True. All right, if this PQ is 10, then RS has to be 5. Am I making sense? If PQ is 15, then RS has to be 7.5. You understand what I'm saying or not? All right, but in this situation, they want just the numerical value, and therefore your answer for this question has to be half. And this is how you do a question like this. Now, for I itself, the question is asking us for area of triangle, what? QPR. Am I making sense or not making sense? Okay, so we first write this out first. Okay, what we want to do is we first write this out. Okay, triangle QPR, okay, over triangle, quadrilateral PQRS. But quadrilateral PQRS, can you see that it is made up of triangle QPR? Can you all see that? Plus triangle QSR. Agree or disagree? True? Right? The quadrilateral is split into two parts, right? Right now. First one is what? QPR. Second one is QPR plus QSR. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
Okay, that is the quadrilateral. Okay, so we are going to write out whatever we know first. Half times base times height. Is that okay or not okay? Yeah, half times base times height. Now you know that that part is understood, right? The bottom is half times base times height. For the first one is this one, right? Correct or not? You understand or don't understand? Plus the other one, which is half times base times height again. Agree or disagree? Agree or disagree? Okay. Okay, once you're done, do you all recall what I said just now? The numerical value for the first triangle is what? 2, what? Am I making sense? Do you all recall? Do you all know why? Okay, let's ask ourselves why. Okay, teacher Joseph, why are you able to get to 2? Half and half can cancel or cannot cancel? Can cancel, right? Can cancel or cannot cancel? Can cancel, right? True or not?
You don't have to log it.
Half and half is the same. True? Height and height, is it the same? This height and this height must be the same, right? True or
No, that
not?
one.
True or not? Okay. All right. Or in fact, you can even say that because this entire thing is how much? Just now we learned PQR is how much? Sorry, this is what? QPR is how much? How much is QPR? 2, right?
Yeah.
Can you all see it's 2? Are you able to see it's 2?
Oh yeah, 2.
In our earlier question, right?
Ah.
So you just want to substitute in. You get what I'm trying to say? You just want to sub it in. All right. How do you sub it in? You just have to write 2 over here over this one itself is also 2. Isn't that true? Isn't it also 2? Right? Then why is this also 2? Because can you all see that these two are the same? Right now. If the one above is 2, then the one bottom has to be 2 as well. Right now. Plus, what is QSR?
Yeah.
What is QSR? 1. Very good. Okay. So 2 over 3, and therefore this is your answer. Why is it 1? Maybe I talk about that first. Why is this 1?
Because you get it from QSR.
QSR, where's QSR? QSR is what? What? Half, right? Half of, right? Half of what? The blue color triangle, correct? Not? So if the blue color triangle has 2 units, then the smaller one has to be 1 unit. Make sense? Then when you add them up together, you get to an answer of 2 over 3.
Yeah.
Now, next one says in the diagram, OA is A. Can you all see OA is A? OB is 3B. Agree or disagree? OC is 2C, which is all given to us already, right? Correct? Not? Correct? Yeah? More importantly is this sentence over here. You see this sentence over here says what? AX is to XB is what? 1 is to 2. Where is that? AX is to XB. AX is to XB. That means to say AX is 1 unit, correct or not? XB is how many units? 2 units. Am I making sense? That means the entire of AB is how many units? 3 units. Am I making sense? Then, yeah, so you plant this down first, then we go on to the next one, which is CY. CY is how many units? 1 unit, correct or not? CB is how many units? 3 units. That means the entire thing is how many units? 4 units. Agree or disagree? All right, so for AI, I think all of you should be able to do. All right, AB, where's AB? Fix your eyes on AB. Can you see AB? All right, AB is actually what are you gonna do? What will you get? You can try. Can somebody help me with this? 3B minus A. Okay, give me the equation first. Give me the vectors first. Thank you. From AO plus OB. Okay, let's ask ourselves if AO is given to us. No, they gave us OA, right? So we have to swap it around and put a negative. Am I making sense? Am I making sense or not making sense? All right, so over here you have to put minus A, correct or not? All right, plus OB. What's OB? OB is already in the same direction, right? So in this situation, you get to 3b minus a. Am I making sense or not making sense?
Yes.
Okay, so this part AB, they want us to find AB, right? This entire thing is 3b minus a. Am I making sense or not making sense? Do you understand or don't understand? Okay, so I just note it down first. I hope you will also note this down on your book. Can?
Done.
All right, so that part is done. Am I making sense or not making sense? The is OX tutor A plus B. You are absolutely correct. Let's talk about OX. OX is from here to here, right? OX is from here to here. True. Okay, maybe you want to even draw it out, right? I'm perfectly fine if you draw it out. You can see this is a slanted triangle, right? If later words they're going to ask us, then we have to find, let's say the area, then we have to find the straight height, correct now? Okay, this is O, correct? This is, what is this? This is 3b. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
Okay, XB, XB is 2 units. What is that? We know, right? This one is A, right? What is 2 units?
2 units.
This is 2 units, right? We already know that this is 3 units, correct or not?
That's 2 hertz.
Very good. So if 2 units is 3b minus A, we find 1 unit first. 1 unit is what? B minus A over 3. Am I making sense? Or 1/3 A, correct or not? Then 2 units will then be, how much? What is it going to be? Anyone can tell me? 2 units will then be? Because XB is 2. 2 over 3b.
2 over 3 bracket B minus A over 3.
2 over 3b. No, it's not 2 over 3b, right? Over here times 2, right? So it becomes 2b,
Oh, 2B.
right? Minus 8. This is 1/3, right? 1/3. This is 1/3 A. Maybe I'll write this as 1/3 A. Can? All right. So when you times 2, 1/3 times 2, that becomes what? 2/3. 2/3 A. Am I making sense or not making sense? Okay, this is 2b minus 2/3 A, right? This is the one, right? So this is 2b minus 2 over 3a. Is this something that you can understand? Then of course from here itself, what you want to do is you want to find OX, right? What's OX? I thought we already have OX. Have we found OX?
No.
No, we have not found OX. Sorry, it's not A. I thought it's A. Sorry, that's my bad. All right. So OA is how much? OA is
A.
OA is A, but I'm talking about OX. Right? We just focus on OX first, can? All right. How do I get to OX? OX is basically just a process of XB plus BO. Correct or not? Is that true? No, that's not true. You don't get OX, you get 2. Yeah, so it's the other way around, right? What is it going to be? OX is actually equals to, come on, tell me. Anyone can tell me? OX. OB plus BX. Very good. What's my OB? Very good. 3B plus, what's my BX? BX has to be negative 2B plus 2 over 3A. Am I making sense or not making sense? Right, because BX is the other direction, correct or not? BX is the other direction, so I have to go and change off the signs. True? 3B minus 2B, that becomes how much? B, correct or not? Plus 2 over 3A. All right, so therefore, OX is B plus 2 over 3A, or you can say 2 over 3A plus B, okay? So now that we are done with OX, I want to find CB. All right, CB over here, CB over here, CB over here, CB. So it's this direction. Agree or disagree? All right, so CB, very good. OB minus what?
OC.
OB minus OC. Okay, sure.
I need to reverse.
All right, you need to reverse it later, yeah?
Wait.
Okay. No need. For here, yeah, sorry. As in, do you need to reverse the signs?
No.
Oh, okay, they're perfect, right?
They go
So
to
3B minus 2C. Am I making sense or not making sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's basically the answer because they want the entire thing. Agree or disagree? Okay, next one. OY. Where's my OY? OY, if I have my O to Y, where's my O to Y? O to Y is over here, correct or not? Can you see O to Y? Okay, O to Y, right? I will use, look at this, guys. All right, O to Y, for those of you who are not done, I want to use this. Can you understand or don't understand? All right, 1 unit is over here. OY is what I want to find. OC is what I already have, which is 2C. Am I making sense or not making sense? Okay. So do I have my CY? I know what is my CY, right? CY is basically, I can find CY first. I just want to find CY first. CY, sorry, I apologize. CY is basically just what? What is this? 1/4, correct or not? 1/4 of 3B minus 2C, correct or not? 1/4 of 3B minus 2C. Am I making sense or not making sense? All right, you want to expand this part? All right, 1/4 times 3, we get to 3/4B. Am I making sense or not making sense? All right, 1/4 times -2, we get to -half a C. Am I making sense or not making sense? That is my CY. Agree so far? Okay, CY Okay, now then I want to find OY, right? OY is basically equals to what is it going to be? Up to you. Okay, wait, let me see, before I go on to that, right? I just want to see the direction for this. It's like that, huh? Okay. All right, so what is my OY? Can somebody tell me what's my OY? OY can be OC plus CY. Am I making sense? C and C cancel each other, correct or not? So I'm left with OY. True? Okay, OC and CY, right? Okay, OY. Make sure the arrow is there. OC is 2C. Am I making sense? CY is a unit. Over here, we already learned that it's 3 over 4. 3 over 4B minus half a C. Are you understanding or not understanding? Are you understanding or not understanding? So when you get to here, you just want to make sure that C and C to be together, correct or not? Are you understanding or no? All right, so make sure the C and C to be together. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right, sorry, my CY, I realized CY is not 1/4, CY is 1/3. CY is only 1/3. Let me see. Yeah, CY is 1/3. Why B? This is wrong already. Has to be 2 units. Am I making sense? I apologize for that. Right? Because this entire thing is 3 units. Agree or disagree? All right, that's my bad. That's my bad. Okay, see, teachers make mistakes as well, right? So what more you have to check? Can 1/3 over here. I apologize for that. So 1/3 times 3, that becomes B, right? Correct enough. Minus 1/3 times minus 2, that becomes negative 2 over 3C. Am I making sense? All right, so that's my CY. I want to change my CY. I want to change my CY to B minus 2/3 C. I hope you're not too confused. What I am doing right here is to change my CY. Understand? Because I made a mistake. That mistake that I've made is I use 1/4 instead of 1/3 when it is 1/3 in the question. Understand or don't understand? Okay, so that's my bad. All right, so from here itself, you can see, right? 2C, so 2 minus 2 over 3. 2 minus 2 over 3, we get to an answer of 4 over 3C. Agree or disagree? All right, plus B. All right, so therefore, this is my answer for this question. Now, for B itself, right? For B itself, they want us to show that XY, all right, is equals to negative 2/3 A plus 4 over 3C. Am I making sense? Where is my XY? My XY is this one over here, right? I always want to connect first. Can understand or don't understand? So for XY, I can simply just do OY minus OX. So XY is equals to, why do I do that? Because I'm looking at this triangle. Which triangle am I really looking at? I'm looking at this triangle over here. Can you all see it? All right, which triangle am I looking at? I'm looking at this triangle over here. Can you see or cannot see? Can see this triangle or cannot see? Can see, right? Okay, so XY, X to Y is actually equals to, again, like I said, OY minus away OX. Am I making sense or not making sense? Okay, what's my OY? You all remember just now we found OY over here, right? We found OY over here, right? We said that OY is actually equals to how much? Let's go back to OY. Let's find my OY first. OY, where are you? OY is 4 over 3C plus B. Am I making sense? So you want to just write 4 over 3C plus B minus away OX. Where's OX? OX is which one? OX over here, right? It's what? B plus 2 over 3A, correct or not? All right, so this part over here, all right, is B plus 2 over 3A. Am I making sense or not making sense? Okay, all right, so this is the part that we are going to have. And then from here itself, what you want to do is obviously you want to solve it, right? Okay, so you can have, okay, 4 over 3C will just remain as 4 over 3C. B will remain as B. Now can I understand? All right, it has to be minus V. Am I making sense? Then this part has to be minus 2 over 3A. Am I making sense or not making sense? B and B, when I B minus B, no B. All right, so this is what you get. Then you want to reshuffle it a little bit, all right, to make sure it fit accordingly to what the question is asking, correct or not? And then over here you say, shown, and therefore, this is your answer for this question. Now, let's look at XY. Where's XY? Can you all see where's XY? XY is this line over here. Can see? All right, where's AC? AC is this line over here, right? You can see over here they are parallel. Agree or disagree? Okay, so they want two facts. Whenever it's two facts, right? Number one, you just talk about the scalar factor. That's the first fact. Am I making sense? Then the second fact that you have is basically them being parallel. Agree or disagree? Just these two things, and you are good. Can somebody tell me? I already have XY, right? In fact, it's already given to me, right? Fed to me. So I just eat it. Okay? I just need to find AC. Where's my AC? AC, y'all can see AC is a triangle, right? Can see AC? AC is the length of one triangle, right? So AC is equals to what? AC equals to what? Tell me. OC minus OA. Am I making sense or not making sense? All right, AC equals to OC minus OA. Agree or disagree? What is OC? What is OC? OC is what? 2C, right? 2C minus OA, 2OA is A. Am I making sense? All right. Yeah. So that's basically it. Can? All right. That's my AC, right? Yeah, that's my AC. Can? Understand or don't understand? And then my xy, xy is already given. Xy is negative 2 over 3a plus 4 over 3c. Agree or disagree? Okay, so this basically means that xy is shorter. True or not? True or not? Okay, so we want to rearrange it in such a way. Maybe I rearrange this one first. I rearrange this to negative a plus 2c. Right now, because I want these to match to this, and then I just find what is the missing scalar. Am I making sense? All right, from here itself, right? I don't know if you all can see, we are going to start with saying that xy is equals to something. In fact, don't write something, just put k AC. Am I making sense or not making sense? All right, then after that, now your job is to find the value of k. Am I making sense? Which is the scalar. Am I making sense? What's k? I still don't know, but what's my AC? I know that my AC is negative a plus 2c. True or not? True or not? Okay, you can just use one of it. I will just use c. I will ask myself, right? How do I get from 4 over 3 to 2? You get what I'm trying to say? How do I get from 4 over 3 to 2? You get what I'm trying to say? All right, from here itself, when I divide, right, I will do 4 over 3 divided by 2, right? I'll get to 2 over 3. Am I making sense? Do you understand or don't understand? All right, so my scalar in this situation has to be 2 over 3. Make sense? Right? So I will write down k over here. All right, then after that, I will ask myself, right, what's k? All right, what's this part over here? This part is minus a plus 2c, right? Right not? Right? This one is negative 2 over 3a plus 4 over 3c, right? True? True or not? So what is missing over here has to be 2/3. Am I making sense? All right, how do I know that? Because, well, in fact, you can just use the a to help you, right? Right? 2/3 times negative a, isn't that equals to 2/3 negative a? Sorry, negative 2/3 a. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
All right, so in this situation, you will just say, correct. Then the two facts. First fact is xy is equals to 2/3 of AC. Agree so far? Now, a lot of you get very confused. When I do 2/3 times AC, AC is the shorter one, okay? Wrong. 2/3 times AC, that means to say xy is the shorter one. Understand now? Xy is only 2/3 of AC. You get what I'm trying to say? AC is 3 over 3. Okay? And then after that, sentence number 2, we will just say that xy is parallel to AC. All right, and that's all you need to do for this question. Am I making sense or not making sense?
State what the scalar factor is
And
show them how.
And show them that they are parallel. Okay, of course you write in words. It's parallel to AC. Am I making sense? All right, so that's how you would do a question like. Now, the next question says that given that the area of triangle BAC is 18 units, find the area of triangle BXY. Now, I'm going to erase everything over here. I'm just going to erase it so that at least you all can see clearly which two triangles are they referring to, okay? Let's go with the first one. What is the first one? BAC. Where's BAC? BAC is this entire triangle. True? Can you all see this entire triangle?
Yeah.
All right, then the next one that we are referring to is the triangle what? BXY. Where's this BXY? BXY is this triangle over here. Are you understanding or not understanding? Okay. All right. So you want to make sure that this triangle over here is noted down. Am I making sense or not making sense? Okay. So these are the two triangles, right? So from here itself, do you think this is congruent or similar? Similar. Very good. True. With that said, I'm just going to write out whatever I have first. Okay. I'm just going to draw it out first. I'm going to draw out the first one. Okay. Maybe in fact, you know what? I'll just do it this way. Can? All right, the first one is, what is the first triangle? The first triangle is what? BXY, right? Let me see, BAC, All right, where's B? B is over here, right? True or not? BAC, which is the bigger one, and then we have the smaller one, which is this part over here. True? All right, which is BXY. Am I making sense or not making sense? And because we know that it is similar, right? All we want to do is to use similarity test. Am I making sense? Right? Because the question is asking us to find the area of triangle, right? Okay, so we are going to use similarity test. Is that okay? The question wants us to find triangle BXY, right? So I always start with area of triangle BXY over area of triangle BAC. Agree so far? Right? Whatever I want to find, I start first. Is equals to use the what? You remember just now? Sorry, which one?
The 2 over 3.
The 2 over 3. Very good. Why is it 2 over 3? The rest of you all know why is it 2 over 3 or not? What is 2 over 3? What is 2? Let's ask ourselves. Which one is 2?
XY.
XY is 2. 2 what?
2, period.
Sorry?
2, that's it. And then X, and then AC
Yeah.
will be 3.
Yeah. Why? Because just now we learned about the scalar. You all remember the scalar? Ayo, my screen. Wait, you all remember the scalar now? What is the scalar? The scalar says what? Can you all see xy is 2/3 of AC? That means what? Xy is how much? 2. AC is what? 3. Make sense? Make sense or not? These 2 units. This is 3 units. Am I making sense or not making sense? All right. So that's how you, because you don't have the measurements. You get what I'm trying to say? So you're gonna go by proportion. You don't have the exact measurements, right now. You can only go by proportion. So from here itself, what do you think BXY will be? BXY must be, okay, first thing first, you write down XY over AC. And remember, yeah, why do you have to square? Every time area, surface area, we square it. Every time volume, capacity, we cube it. Understand? Every time they want us to find length, they give us capacity, we cube root it. Every time they want us to find length, they give us area, we square root it. Am I making sense? So in this situation, you have to square. Am I making sense? You don't have the exact measurement, but you have the ratio. So the ratio is already good enough to help you to find. You understand or don't understand? Okay? Whatever you have, you put it in first. You should have everything except for the first one. What is the first one? This is the, sorry, I apologize. Let me just, you should have everything except for BXY. They want us to find BXY, isn't it true? Isn't it true that they want us to find BXY?
Wait, BXY, you already have the picture though. Wait, do you?
BXY, triangle area of triangle BXY. They want us to find that.
Oh, no, you don't.
Okay. All right. So that is my unknown. Am I making sense? All right. So area of triangle BXY over area of triangle BAC. What is my BAC? 18. Given in the question. Don't ask me, teacher, just how do you find? It's given in the question. Fed to you, idiot. Understand what I'm saying or not?
Can use.
Equals to XY is 2, right? Correct or not? AC is 3, right? To the power of 2. Am I making sense or not making sense? Am I making sense or not making sense?
Yeah.
What do you want to do right now? You want to make sure you don't need cross multiply, just bring this over to this side, can? Right? So that you isolate this one. When you isolate this one, because BXY contracted COVID, all right? So you isolate it, so then in that situation, all right, you'll be able to find your answer, correct or not? All right, so area of triangle BXY is actually equals to, all right, you just have to press a calculator times 18. Am I making sense or not making sense? Do you understand or don't understand? All right, okay. So then after that, when you times 18, you get to an answer of 8. All right, in this situation, you don't know the measurements, right? Remember just now, I said we don't have the measurements, we only have the proportion, right? So we'll just say 8 units square. Am I making sense or not making sense? Right, so that's how you would do a question like. Hi everyone, if you like this video, you can click right here for a similar video, or you can view our playlist here.